traffic, and what I found was that videos and lead magnets were the best way to engage people. And I'll talk about video in a couple of slides. Let's talk about lead magnets for a minute. For those of you who aren't familiar with the term, a lead magnet is just a specific valuable piece of information that people are willing to trade their contact information for. It's usually some kind of a download, and it can be a buyer's guide or a checklist or really pretty much anything that people would be interested in that's related to what you're selling. When I was doing the Seattle campaigns, we were using some lead magnets that we inherited from the previous agency. Plus we tried home value reports, a home buyer checklist, a mortgage document checklist, and a couple of other things. Nothing really worked all that well, and since then I've discovered what does work well for real estate campaigns. There are two rules for real estate lead magnets. First, they have to have an emotional trigger. Buying a house is a very emotional process for most people, so if you can tap into that, you're going to get a lot more people opting in. Second, real estate lead magnets work probably 4 to 5 times better if they are specific to your area, and I've actually tested this, and it's amazing how much better pieces perform if you include the city or county in the title of your piece. Here are a couple of examples of lead magnets that really convert. The first is Southern California Homes and Poria incrustata, the wood-eating fungus far worse than termites. Notice a couple of things about that title. First, it's specific to Southern California. Second, it's got a title that's alarming to both buyers and sellers. Most people haven't heard of Poria incrustata, and it's something they really want to know about right away when they read that. The second title is How Unpermitted Modifications, Even Ones You Didn't Know About, Can Derail Your Santa Barbara Real Estate Transaction. Again, this is specific to the city of Santa Barbara, and it's something that creates some fear and doubt in both buyers and sellers. You'll notice that we've used a fear-based emotional approach on both of these documents, and we do that for a couple of reasons. First, fear is the most powerful emotional trigger you can use, and it works very, very well. Second, by pointing out potential pitfalls in real estate transactions, you can position yourself as an authority early on, and that will give you a better chance of landing a new client down the road. Now, there are any number of lead magnets that you can come up with. You just need to think about it a little bit. Just remember, tap into your prospect's emotions and make sure that it's got a local or a regional hook. So that's it for lead magnets. Hopefully you have a much better idea of what makes a good one now.